hello, everybody that is coming in. We are already live, and I don't see my screen, so that's fine. But that's all right. Come on in, everybody. We are here today. I am here with the one, the only Jamie Rogers, and we are going to be talking to you all today and reminding you that you still can buy a home. So what we'll do is we'll give it a few minutes. We'll let some people come in. We'll be sure to share the live out there to the social media world and all of that great stuff. And it's going to be a great time, y'all. And y'all know I'm giving away giveaways. So you better come on in here and be sure to share it out if you want the opportunity to win a prize. And it's a good one tonight, too, y'all. I don't know if y'all have just seen it
Whoa.
because I've just, yes, Jamie, I got to tell you
And
all about it.
absolutely, you can still buy.
That's right. That's right. That's right. So, yes, everybody, come on in and we are going to get started in probably about 1 minute. How about that? We'll get started in about 1 minute.
Sounds great to me.
All right. All right. I'm going to see, can I find me live and share it out here in the social media world? Did you have a good day today, Jamie?
I did. I had a great day. What about you?
I did. I had a really good day. Really good day. My husband is oh Lord, I was gonna say on house arrest. Don't claim that. My my husband recently had knee surgery. So I have been a
Oh, no.
housewife. That's what I was trying
Oh,
to
there you
say.
go. You were being the caregiver, right? Yeah.
Yes, yes.
Yeah.
And my friends and family that know me know
You're
yeah,
you
yeah.
don't have the patience or you do have the patience?
I do not have the patience. I'm not a housewife. Like I've just had to
Yeah.
come to that reality. I have been blessed to have an amazing husband that loves to cook and clean and all of that when he gets off work. So
I have the same.
yeah,
Yes.
see.
Yep.
So you know how that goes then. But yeah, so that's how my day has been. But it's been pretty good overall.
Well, good. Well,
Yes,
I hope he's
yes.
doing well and speedy prayers for speedy recovery for him.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Yep. Overall, he is doing so much better. Thank gosh. He is. He is. So, all right, y'all, as y'all come in, we got about probably 45 more seconds and we are going to be getting started. So, when you come in, say hello, let us know that you are here. I always tell y'all that hello is absolutely free, honey. The house is not free, but that hello is, okay? So, we
Absolutely.
yes. Hello, Dr. Carla. Thank you so much for joining. Hello, everyone that is coming in. Thank y'all so much for joining. When you come in, do just like Dr. Carla just did. Just say hello. Let us know that you are here. We are
Hello,
excited tonight.
everybody.
Yes. Hello, Keisha. Hey, hey, hey. How are you,
Oh,
y'all?
Keisha's on.
Yes.
All right.
That is my amazing broker, y'all. I am with Legacy South Real Estate Group. And that is my amazing broker. So thank you for joining. Hello, Derek. Thank you so much for joining. Thank you for sharing. Dr. Natasha, if you are coming in, be sure to do exactly what they are doing. Go ahead and share that live. Okay, y'all put it out there into the social media world. Let them know that we are here. And we are going to go ahead and get started. So, with that being said, Jamie, I am going to open it up to you. And I just want us to you to tell us just a little bit about you, who you are, what you do, all of that great stuff.
Absolutely. So I am a mortgage lender. And so I am, if you don't know what that is, I'm the person that you're going to come to get the financing to purchase a new home. So if you're looking, you can either obviously you want to connect with Tanisha as well. And then she can refer you to me. And I'm the one who's going to do your financing. So tell you what to do, what not to do, the steps, whether you're scared, you just don't know where to start. The first place to start is just to get started, just to reach out and get started because you never know. So you just have to reach out and we can start from there. And if you're, ready, a little bit about me. I've been in the business for 26 years and have had a lot of background knowledge. I won't go into too much detail, but a lot of background knowledge in different products, operations, plus underwriting, multiple different areas. So I do know how to uh, kind of finesse and work different scenarios, even if you're not just the straight cut W-2 employee or, you know, hourly where you've been on your job for 10 years or whichever, or you don't have the best credit. That's okay. I can still help you. I will work you through that. I will tell you, hey, it's going to take this amount of time, but the answer is never just no. It's when. When can you do it? So.
Yeah. Yeah. That's good. Okay. So listen, I love that because it almost sounds like you're saying you can be a one-stop shop. I know
It
a lot of
is, yes.
times. Okay. Perfect.
Mhm.
Perfect. I know a lot of times we'll reference out, to different places, which is fine. But if you can get to that place and that person can give you just about everything you need in this process. And I love that because I know that people begin to trust you and now they're more comfortable when they can come and talk to you about, a couple
Yes,
of
and that's what I
things.
love. I love helping people. That's my goal, is mainly to help you. I mean, I've worked with some clients for 2 years and eventually got them into a home. So I do love working with people and making that dream of home ownership become a dream, become available and happen. So
Yes.
that's what I love to do.
Yes. Okay. Perfect. Perfect. Love that. So thank you so much already. But I do want to introduce myself as well. My name is Tanisha L. Bowman. I am Tanisha the Realtor. Okay. I am You Still Can Realty, and I am under Legacy South Real Estate Group. And if some of you heard earlier, you heard me say hello to my amazing broker, and that is Keisha Kennedy. And I have been in the real estate business for a couple of months now, and I absolutely love it already. It is You Still Can Realty. And if you know anything about me, then you know that that is my brand. You still can, no matter your past, no matter the mistakes. So when it comes to real estate, no matter, your credit, no matter the mistakes that you made in the past. I just heard Jamie say something that I absolutely love, and that's that she's worked with some people for 2 years. Okay. So there are ways to get over the obstacles and things that you've been through and make it better and make it right. But you do have to start. And I love saying this, Jamie. My daughter's an attorney. And one time somebody asked her, they said, well, you went to school, for 12, 13 years, then you went to school another 7, 8 years. Like, that's a long time. And
Yeah.
what she replied to them was like, well, long as you're living, that time is going to come. And so
Yep.
if I didn't go to school 7 years ago to become an attorney, now I'll be saying I wish I would have started 7 years ago. And
Absolutely.
that's the same with the house. Like you said, you've worked with some people for 2 years. Well, we regret it. We push it back in fear. We allow all that to sink in. And then 2 years from now, we like, darn, I wish I would have started 2 years ago. So at some
Yes.
point, you just got to get started.
You do. You just got to start somewhere, and you never know until you start.
Until
So,
you start.
and that's gonna get you, just do it, and that's gonna at least get you started, so you know where you're at.
Right, right. Love that. Love that. Thank you for sharing, Dr. Catrice. Thank you, One Stop Shop. Yes, thank you, everybody that's coming in. Share the live and drop in the comments and let us know exactly where you're coming in from. So, we're about to get started. I'm going to announce this a couple of times. But any of you that follow me, every year I host an absolutely amazing brunch. Hello, Dr. K. Thank you for joining. And every year, Jamie, that brunch sells out. And this year, it has sold out. It is
Awesome,
September 19th.
congrats.
Yes.
That's
So my
awesome.
amazing leader, Dr. Natasha Bivens, is giving away a free ticket to this sold out brunch. So everybody that shares the live tonight, your name will go in the drawing. And y'all know this is the only way to get your ticket. So be sure to share the live and or tag people. Okay. If you know somebody who may be interested in buying a home, tag them and your name will go in the drawing for tagging as well. Well, with that being said, yes, please share the live. So, Jamie, I think I'm ready to ask you your first question.
Absolutely, I'm ready.
All right. What is the first thing, okay, that someone should do if they want to buy a home, but honestly have no idea on where to start?
The first thing is you can either reach out to, like I said, a realtor. Let's just say you have a friend or a family member that's a realtor. So you're like, okay, well, maybe I feel more comfortable going to her first, and then she can refer me to a mortgage lender. If not, reach out to a mortgage lender. Google in your area. look at the reviews, do things like that. But the first step is to go ahead and apply. And I will tell you, because a lot of people are scared to apply because they're like, well, I don't want to have my credit pulled. It's going to hurt my credit score. We always do a soft pull first, a soft pull credit score first. So it's not going to hurt your credit score to see where you're at. And what we do is once we do pull that soft pull credit score, even if it doesn't meet the minimum, then I'm going to help you and tell you exactly what needs to be done to get your credit score to where it needs to be so you can purchase a home. Whether it be, sometimes it could be 30 days, sometimes it could be a couple months, sometimes, it might be a little bit further down the road. Or let's just say, not to go into too much depth, but let's just say you're self employed or your income's, just not the norm of W 2. You need to file tax returns. Maybe you didn't, claim as much income as you needed to buy a home. There's ways that I can help you get there to purchase a home. So no matter what, the to start is to go ahead and contact me or a mortgage lender that can help you do that. And I will work you through that.
Yeah. Okay. So you just said a lot then, Jamie. I love that because listen, y'all, fear is real. And a lot of
It is.
times we see these scores, we see these numbers, and now we're just scared and we don't want to do anything.
Mm,
And so we don't start, we don't contact anybody. And Jamie is saying, listen, it's gonna be a soft pull on your credit. It's
mhm.
okay. All right. Now y'all know me. My people that know me, y'all know me. If you know me, you know me. So now if your credit ain't that good anyway, this soft pull ain't gonna be the one that's gonna make it or break it.
No.
Okay. Let me just, because Jamie didn't want to say that, but I'm gonna say it. But this
It's not
one
going
is
to make
not,
a break. Nope.
this is
That's
not
just to
gonna be
help
the
us
one.
get there.
That's right. That's right. And that's where it starts. You just simply got to start with saying, okay, you know what? This is where I'm at, what I need to do. And now you have an idea of what you need to do. And now you have the assistance along the way. So just contact a realtor, contact myself. I'm going to send you over to Jamie. Contact Jamie so that you can just get started. Okay. Love that, Jamie. And I love that you talked about even different scenarios because everybody, and that's me, some people are not a W 2, some people, are self employed, but now you can lead them along the way, show them what to do, how to get this process started. Love that. Thank you. What credit score does somebody really need to qualify for a mortgage? And what options may be available if their score isn't where they want it to be? And let me just say before you answer, I can't wait to hear this because, I've heard the myth of, listen, if you ain't got no 800, then you can't get no house.
Oh, no, 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 no. No. So that is definitely a myth. And, well, let's first of all say there's multiple different products that you can go with. And not to get in too much detail, but, you're looking at least a minimum of 500 and 580 score. Now, you can get an FHA loan with a 500 credit score if you put more money down. But a 580 credit score is normally what you are looking for. And so that's where you're at. But let's just say, again, what I say, and I'm going to repeat this over and over, just because you feel like, okay, well, wait, my score is not even, it's 30 points away from that, or it's too far away from that. That doesn't, it's okay. I can still look at your credit report and tell you what to do to get to where you need to be.
Yeah. I love that. So y'all see how Jamie heard me fix that when she said we can still look. She said, yes, her. She can still look at your
Hi, yes.
yes, no. But
Anybody, but yes, me.
but yep, that's good. So what I heard right there, Jamie, is because you said you could be 70 points away from that. So let's say your score may be 430. But at the end of the day, she can still get with you and help you along the way with the processes and steps and things that you need to get there. Not contacting the lender to help you get there is what's going to hold you up, right? So
Correct.
she's right. And she even talked about as low as your score can be, yeah, you may need more money down, but it does not have to be this perfect
No.
800 score that society has. I don't even know where that came from, Jamie.
It became from our fortunately or fortunately, or dad's grandparents,
Yeah.
aunts, uncles that bought houses 20, 30 years ago. And,
Yeah.
that's just where that came from. And the same thing, and we can get to this later too, but the myth that you have to have 20% down or have, a lot of money down as well. But yeah, I mean, and I'm not the one I'm the one who tells you we're going to look for a path. Just like I said, working with someone for 2 years, her score obviously was a certain, and she was self-employed, but I helped her through that with the score plus tax returns and things like that. So, finding someone, whether it be me or anyone else, obviously I want to help you any way I can, but, that can help you get there.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I love that. I love that. And that'll take us on right into, our next question, which is, how much money is really needed? Because that's another thing that I've definitely heard a lot. You have to pay 20% down. So what do you have to say to that when people are thinking this is the only way?
Well, that is a definitely no. I've done multiple, videos on that. That is 20% out is definitely a no. There is multiple. There is 3% down. There's 3.5% down. And when I talk about 3.5 or 3% down, that's sales price of your down payment. But there's also down payment assistance programs that pay that amount. Some of them pay that amount and a little bit over, of what you're required to put the minimum down on your down payment. So
Mhm.
and you can also get, there's state programs, there's city programs. You can layer them to get even more assistance and more assistance. So
Right.
there's multiple programs where you can come with either nothing or possibly, sometimes, which earnest money we can talk about too, but you might get your money back that you already put into the transaction. But either way, there's multiple scenarios, multiple ways to get in with zero down payment.
Okay, love that, love that. So this kind of goes with the next question, Jamie. So if I come to you
Uh-huh.
and I'm looking to buy a home and I'm needing that assistance, are you
Mhm.
able to connect the buyers to these different types of programs?
So yeah, so basically what happens is once you apply, then we do the soft pull. We look at all the information. So we look at the credit score, look at your what debt to income rate. We look at multiple different things. And what I do is say, okay, which different products could they possibly qualify for? So whether it be, can they qualify for this particular down payment assistance program that is actually one we can do in house? It's not actually a state program or a county or a city program. Or, okay, well, can they qualify for a city or county program? Because there's multiple different qualifications for that. So I don't just, when I look at it, and most loan officers should do the same thing at any lender, but look at multiple different products. Okay, what all can you qualify for? And give you all of those options. So whereas I would give you, if there's 3 different products that you can qualify for, so it's either down payment assistance, putting your own down payment down, or whichever, then I'm going to provide you with all of them.
Got you. Got you.
Mhm.
Love that. Love that. Because I know people, that's the question I get a lot, and they just don't even know where to start with that with, because there's so many great programs out here.
And there is, and then, we have a conversation, hey, this is what this means, this is the type of product, this is, and just explaining all the details of the product as well.
Yeah, yeah. Okay. All right. Love that. Love that. So, what is the difference between FHA, conventional, VA, and USDA loans? I mean, I know people just hear a lot of alphabet here. So, what is the difference in these loans?
So I'm not going to get too detailed.
Okay.
VA, let's just start out with VA because that's going to be a little bit, obviously you have to be a veteran. You have to have the eligibility to get a VA loan. Uh, love VA loans, love to help our veterans. That's 100% financing. And there is no what we call mortgage insurance. So there is no extra monthly towards your monthly payment that you're having to pay, in mortgage insurance. And there's some very lax guidelines, as far as credit. Technically, with a VA loan, they don't technically have a minimum credit score. It just depends on your credit history. So there's multiple things you can do there. So that's a VA loan. So if you're a veteran, please speak up, because I will tell you, just throwing this out there, a lot of people who do apply online, or even if I talk to, if I don't ask the question, they might be a veteran, but they might not think they're eligible for a VA loan, and they don't say anything. But I'm always willing, if you were in the service for at least over 2 years, then let's just look at it to see if you're eligible or not. I want to look at it to see if you're eligible. So that's VA. USDA is 100% financing as well. Now, USDA has to be, the property that you purchase has to be in a certain area, a rural area. Okay. So that has to happen. Plus, you have to be within a certain income limit. Okay. So there's different guidelines there, but it's still a great program. It's 100% financing. And on occasion, you can actually finance some of your closing costs into that loan amount as well. Okay. Mm-hmm. So that's VA and FHA. VA and USDA. FHA is a government-backed loan. It is a first-time home buyer loan, but it is not necessarily only for first-time home buyers. It is 3.5% is the minimum required down payment for an FHA loan. Now, the reason why most of the time I will, unless you're a veteran, but I will go to FHA over, let's just say, and I'll talk about conventional here in a minute, is because there's a monthly mortgage insurance, but it is lower than a conventional loan. It's a lower amount. And also you can go up to a higher debt to income ratio. So if you have a lot of debt, car payment, credit cards, things like that, plus your, monthly housing payment with your income, you can go up higher. So FHA does allow more homeowners or home buyers to get into homes with a lower credit score. 580 is the minimum, and then 500 with 10% down. Okay. So that's FHA. And again, the reason why, even if you do have maybe even a higher score, but you want a higher sales price, I will go FHA just because the mortgage insurance is lower. And then we can always do something later, refinance later. Okay. So conventional, great, obviously great product. Conventional is technically right now, there's not a minimum credit score for conventional. Now, but you have to run it through an automated underwriting system, different things like that for conventional. And there's what you call private mortgage insurance. So if you do not put 20% down, then you do have to have private mortgage insurance, which it can be a little bit higher depending on how much money you're putting down and your credit score. So like I said, love conventional, but the reason why I would sometimes more send people to FHA if they're not putting a lot of money down or, things like that, then it's because of the monthly payment. I'm going to give you an FHA because it has a lower, mortgage insurance. Any questions there or?
Yes, I have a question here.
Okay.
It says, is there a minimum score for USDA loans?
So yes. So USDA is 620 minimum score. Now, when I say that, and this is, so 620 is the minimum score. Now that depends on your debt to income ratio and different things, because they also have an automated underwriting system, but they also have what we call, you can do a manual underwrite. When when you have a lower score, sometimes you might not get the automated approval. So sometimes the higher credit score, but that doesn't mean anything. That doesn't mean you can't. If you got, even if you have a lower credit score, but maybe for the past 24 months, you haven't had any lates, things like that, but your score just hasn't gotten up there, then doesn't mean you can't do it. You meet the income limits, things like that, the property meets, then you can still be eligible. So there's, and again, myself, I look at all different types of products. And so should every other loan officer, but yeah.
Yeah. Okay. That's good. That's really good. So if any of you have any more questions, great question, Dr. Catrice. If any of you have any more questions on those different types of loans, please put them in the chat and Jamie will be happy to answer them for you.
And just to add to you, Tanisha,
yes,
not to get into too much depth, but that there is so many nuances that you can work it and get into, oh, well, we could do this product, we could do this product. So again, working that different, depending on the credit score and the debt to income ratio, things like that, we always look at all different options.
Yes.
What's best for you as the buyer.
Yes, I love that. I love that. She said great information. Yes, that is great information, Dr. Catrice. I love it. I love it. All right. So what about for someone who has student loans, car payments, credit cards, or other debts? How does that affect how much house they can qualify for?
So, well, student loans, let's go student loans first. So FHA is a different, we have to count a certain amount, even though if you have, let's just say you have an income-based repayment plan, we still have to count 0.5% of your student loan as a payment. Now, if you're going conventional, then it's different. There's multiple different calculations, but I will say, let me just say this, and I should have said this up front. Don't think just because you even have, because even if you have $100,000 in student loans, don't think that's going to disqualify you from purchasing a home. It's not. We can figure it out. I've also helped buyers or clients of mine who, okay, yes, they had that. They have this payment, or we were trying to count, 0.5% because we were doing an FHA loan. But then I said, well, okay, let's try to do it on a repayment plan. And we got a repayment plan over 30 years. And so their payment was $100 and something less than what I had to count. There's ways to work that. And I work that out with them. I mean, that I know how to do that, and I work that out.
Go ahead, pop your collar, girl. Tell me what you know how to do now.
I probably help a lot more than some, but yeah. But yeah, I mean, it's just because you have those student loans doesn't mean anything. Now, VA, of course, there's different guidelines there. If they're deferred for 12 months once you close, then you don't have to count them towards your debt. I mean, there's multiple different things. So I don't want to overwhelm anybody about talking about the student loan differentials, but don't let that scare you away. Just no matter how much you have in student loan debt. And then, so to answer your question, car loans. So I've had a lot of clients who, whether it be a mom or a dad who have co-signed with their daughter, son, niece, nephew, whomever, that's okay. Now, I always ask the question, because if I see multiple car payments, I'm like, okay, well, is this really yours? Do you have this many cars, or did you co-sign with someone? So let's just say that person you co-sign with your daughter, but you're joined on the account, but they're making that payment, and we can prove 12 months. We don't have to count that against you. So there's multiple options. Again, I don't want to get into too specific, but there's options.
So Jamie, what if them children making that payment late?
Well, okay. So if the kids are making the payment late, if there's any lates in the last 12 months, then yes, unfortunately, we cannot not count it. So
Okay.
if even if it's joint and even if we have 12 months proof that they've been making the payment, but they've been 30 days late in the last 12 months, we still have to count that against them.
Okay. All right.
Yes.
All right. Now somebody put in the comments, what about hospital bills?
So hospital bills, medical bills, we do not we do not count those.
Okay.
We don't count those. We don't have to count a certain percentage, anything like that. Um, and honestly, they've gotten a little bit more lax, even not even just with mortgages, but with credit scores or credit reports on how long they're taken before they even report those. But we don't have to do anything with medical bills.
Okay. All right. That's good to hear. Okay.
And then
All right.
also, oh, I do want to add something.
Yes. Yeah.
So also, if you have a charge off, okay, so we do not, if you have a charge off, we do not have to count that against you as well. So if it's a
Wow. Yeah,
charge
this is
off
good
account,
information.
we do not have to count that against you.
I'm loving it. I'm loving it. So what are some things people should not do with their credit, bank accounts, or or employment once they start the mortgage process?
So once you start, well, of course, please do not go out and get any more credit cards, any new debt. Don't go buy furniture. Don't go get any installments. Do not refinance your car. Do not do anything. Honestly, anything you do with debt, or even if it requires you depositing $2,000 into your bank account, tell your loan officer. Tell them. Ask them, is this okay for me to do? Because that could cause issue. Just
Yeah.
go ahead and ask them, tell them,
Mhm.
whichever, because that way, it's going to prevent issues down the line.
Yeah, that's good. That's really good. And listen, I love that you said, listen, you have pick up the phone and call and
Yes.
ask before you do it.
Yep.
If you're not sure, just pick up the phone and
Yep.
call
Pick
and
up the
ask before
phone,
you do it.
text,
Yes.
or say, call me or text, say, hey, I'm going to do this, or I got a credit card offer. I was about to accept it. No, 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 no. Don't do
Yeah.
that. Whichever. Oh, I'm going to go buy some furniture before I close. No, don't do that. I mean, just ask.
Love it. Love it. Question. Sabrina Zellner says, does Klarna affirm accounts interfere with the house buying process?
So we do not count them, but we will ask you for a statement. So we do not have to count them against you in your qualification, but we will have to ask you for a statement just to show that it is Klarna, a firm or whichever, just to show it's not a long-term loan. So
Awesome.
you will get asked for that. So if we do see those on your bank statement, you will get asked for those, but they do not get counted in your debt to income ratio.
Right. I love that. I love
Mhm.
that. So Sabrina, you hear that? Because when we get started, you'll be using Jamie. So Jamie, that's my daughter. So I get to make that decision.
Awesome. Love it.
When she gets started again, she's a homeowner right now, but her and my grandson are gonna be doing some things soon. Another question: does the rules apply for the same for commercial properties?
Well, I will just be 100% honest. I do not do commercial loans. So I don't want to speak on commercial, guidelines.
Okay. All right.
Yep.
That's good. Okay.
Mhm.
Thank you.
Yep.
All
Mhm.
right. So, Jamie, when it comes to teachers, medical professors, things like that, is there special mortgage options available, for nurses, doctors, dentists, teachers? Do they have special offers out there?
Yes. So there is state programs that are available for nurses, firefighters, policemen, things like that. Just for instance, in Georgia, there's Georgia Dream, that they get a little bit more down payment assistance program money versus just someone who's not a nurse or not a policeman or fireman. But then there's also different county or city programs as well. So yes, there is definitely different programs out there for different jobs as far as nurses, teachers, and things. Mhm.
Okay. All right, Jamie, let me see what happened here. For some reason,
Uh-oh.
it kicked off my main page. It's still on my business page, but I am going to repost it from my business page. Um, join the live here. I told you, girl, Facebook was
Hey, technology, right?
yes, yes. I don't know what they're doing to me. Let me see here. Okay. Yeah, it is still on my business page. Let me just tag them in here right quick, Jamie.
Okay, yeah, no problem. I know I have mine up, but I'm not. You must be the only one. Oh no, now I'm seeing comments. Oh, there we go.
Yeah, this
Now
is
I'm seeing
so
comments.
right. I'm not sure um why I did that, but let me go over here and see can I grab them right quick cuz and we're almost at the end. That's the great part.
Yeah.
So they got a lot of it, but I am going to tag people over here. Let's see that we're asking questions. Look, I got somebody texting me saying, "Hey, you coming back?" Let's see. Tag them right there. Let's copy it. Let me see. Can I get them on here? I'm not sure what social media is doing, but we'll figure it out. Say hello when you come in. Let us know that you see us. For whatever reason, it came off of my main page, but it is still on my I want to buy a house. Getting a good tenant is hard part.
Yes, I
Dr. Uy.
saw.
He is actually well, I won't say it.
Well, what did it say? Wait, getting a good tenant. We already own a house, or oh, back.
Back. Okay, perfect. Yeah, getting a good tenant. But there's some good tenants out there, Dr. Uy. It is some out there. Um but I understand. Understand. All right, y'all. I'm tagging some people back in. Y'all do me a favor, share the live from here, tag from here, if you will. Okay, Dr. Catrice, I see that you're back. Y'all, this is my business page we're on now. Not sure why. It's it kicked me off of my main page, but we are at the finish line. We are at the finish line. But thank you for coming on.
And
Say
I'm
hello.
halfway. My hair's halfway. Yeah, this this hair thing.
Right, right. Okay, so what we were saying, I'm sorry if we could do that part again, as far
You're
as
good.
like medical professionals, things like that, teachers, are there things out there for them?
Well, yeah. So for the teachers, yes, there is down payment assistance programs for them, statewide, citywide, and for like firefighters, policemen, things like that. And then also for medical professionals, doctors, or you know, interns getting out of medical school or in medical school. We have doctor programs as well. That one, which, because of course student loans is a big thing with, of course, any medical profession most likely, and a lot of programs out there where we do not have to count the student loans against you. So there is, and there's up to 100% financing for medical, for doctors or for intern, who are finishing their residency, things like that. So yes, there's multiple products out there for nurses, medical professions, police, firemen, things like that.
Okay. All right.
Mhm.
Perfect. Perfect. So the great thing about social media kicking us off is that we were towards the end. So that is a
Yeah.
great thing. But what would you say, Jamie, to the person watching tonight who wants to become a homeowner but has already convinced themselves that they won't qualify?
Well, I would say you gotta ask, because the answer is always going to be no unless you ask. And I've and I'm multiple times I've had multiple people apply or tell me they just never thought it was true or, going to happen, never thought they could be able to do it, and they were, and it happened. So it's not going to hurt you in any way. It's not going to hurt your credit. Okay, a lot of you might be on having this company help you with your credit score, you're paying monthly, you're doing this, oh, I don't want to mess that up, things like that. Just see, just see. It's not going to hurt at all. Not going to hurt anything. It's not going to hurt your credit. And just because you give us your information, your employment information, anything like that. I mean, all else fails, we send you a lot of emails and you say stop. And we
Right.
will.
Right.
So that's the worst I think that can happen. The best that can happen is that you can actually own a home and not have to pay a landlord rent and build their equity over you having equity and you making money.
Yeah, because either way, and that's one of the things I say, I'm sure it's said often, but people are afraid of a mortgage, but at the end of the day, you're still paying a mortgage.
Yeah. So
It's
what
just not
I always
yours.
ask, and Tanisha, this is what I always ask, and I'm not ever going to try to put you in. I always ask, what can you afford?
Yes.
What is the amount you can afford? And sometimes when I am talking to a client, I don't even say a mortgage. I say, okay, well, if you were to go to look for an apartment today, what was the max amount you could pay in rent? So that they can kind of understand that we're still talking about the same amount you're going to pay monthly.
Right.
So if you can afford 1,500, then guess what? All right, well, we can customize your loan to a mortgage and a sales price to where you can pay 1,500 and you can look for that type of house, or 2,000, or how much ever it is. So.
Yeah. That's good. Well, this has been really good, y'all. If you have any more questions, really quick,
I
go
hope
ahead and
so.
type
I
them.
hope it was helpful.
Yes, it was really helpful. It was really good. We didn't talk about VA, but I know we'll be back probably next month.
Well, we can talk about it, or we can be back, whichever you want to do.
Okay, yeah, let's get us a quick VA question in, because I know a lot of people sleep on the VA. And the benefits. So just tell us whatever it is you think is beneficial for anybody on here that's VA to know.
Well, so with VA, I mean, the benefit, of course, is the 100% financing, and you don't have any type of mortgage insurance. That's number one. There's a couple other ones. There's one that a lot of even agents or veterans do not know, or even some mortgage lenders do not know, honestly. So the seller can actually pay, there's not a limit to what the seller can pay in closing cost. So discount points or closing costs, there's not a limit to what the seller can pay. The only limit there is, but also on VA, a seller can actually pay your debt off for you to qualify. So let's just say you had a credit card or a car, I don't know, payments $200 a month. Well, that $200 a month is going to put you up another $15,000 in a sales price that you can purchase. That seller can go up to 4% of that sales price to pay off your debt at closing.
Wow.
So 4% of the sales price can be, who knows? Could be 10,000, depending on what your sales price is. Could be 10,000, paying off that debt to make you qualify for the home, for that house that you want.
Right. That's
and
good.
That seller's willing to pay that.
Right. That's
a big benefit.
That's really big. Yeah, that's really big. So Dr. K, I know the screen had went off, so you didn't get a chance to hear it, but she doesn't do commercial mortgages. She had asked, but I don't think when she asked earlier, I think the screen went out.
No, but I do see another question, and this is a great question.
Okay. Dr. Catrice.
So are there limits on how many times a veteran can use and this is a great question, VA benefit? So the great thing about VA loans is as well. So let's just say no, there's not technically a limit. Now, let's just say you own a primary residence with your VA loan, and then you want to go move and buy another house with your and do a VA loan as well. That is okay. Of course, yes, depending on the distance, things like that has to make sense. But most of the time on a VA loan, when let's just say you own or you have a $200,000 loan on a VA loan, and then you most of the time you're going to be eligible for a lot more than what you thought. So 400,000 or 500,000, you can still use that without selling that other house prior to. Okay, so you can have two VA loans at one time. You can still have two VA loans at one time and use your eligibility. Okay, is that, I know Tanisha's looking at me going, okay, do I
No,
need,
no, no, no. That's good. That's good. I was just thinking about something because I definitely want us to kind of have like a whole VA live.
and
My
we
mind was
can,
racing
yes,
because
and
it's
we can
so,
definitely have another VA, because
yeah.
it is definitely, there's a lot of different nuances, but the the big key is you don't have to sell that home. You can rent it out, and with VA, it's a much easier. You can get a lease. Hey, I'm going to rent it out for 2,000. We get to wash off that payment. You can get another home and
Yeah.
use the VA loan 100% financing. So,
Love it. Love it. Love it. Oh wow, that's so good. One more question. Dr. Catrice asks, can PMI potentially be removed because of increased equity?
okay, so on FHA, unfortunately, not. They changed that about 10 years ago. On an FHA mortgage, it will not fall off, no matter how much equity is in the property or anything. The only way to get rid of that mortgage insurance is to refinance into a conventional loan.
Okay. All right. Great question. Great questions, y'all.
Yeah,
Those
great
were great
question.
questions. So
Yeah.
listen, I want to first say thank you, Jamie, because this has been great information.
Well,
And I
thank you
know
for
that
having
you
me. I appreciate it.
yes, yes. And we will be back, y'all, hopefully next month. For sure, because there's a lot of different themes and things that we can, talk about with you all. But the ultimate goal is to come from the live to the process. Okay. So that means that, I want you to contact myself. I want you to contact Jamie and get this process started because she said some really good stuff tonight. And even if you don't think you qualify, she said,
Just try.
contact her. Yes, because even for whatever reason, if you don't right now, don't mean you won't ever, unless you never contact her, unless you never contact me, so that we can
Yeah,
get this process started because you still can buy a home. Okay. All
absolutely.
right. Yes, yes. So for anybody on here again, I'm sure you know us, but I am Tanisha L. Bowman, the realtor. You still can realty under Legacy South Real Estate Group. I am ready to help you get that process started. One of the things that I specialize in is relocation. So if you are coming from different places and two for you too, Dr. Catrice, just to know, Jamie is licensed in Florida. So that's going to
Yes,
be
I am.
great for you because I'm going to refer you a realtor there. And then Jamie's going to take care of you, but just throwing that shameless plug out there. But for anybody that's ready to relocate you, yes, Dr. Natasha, you still can buy a home. And we want to help you get this process started. So, Jamie, how can they contact you?
So you can contact me. My cell is 678-557-0560. You can give me a call or text me, or you can email me at jrogers, ROGERS, at johnscreekmortgage.com. I would recommend text or call just because that's going to be the quickest way to get in touch with me. And then I'll call you right away or respond right away. And I look forward to
Absolutely.
hearing from you. And thanks, Tanisha. I appreciate it.
Yes, yes, yes. And you all can reach me at 706-741-8351. And that is You Still Can Realty under Legacy South Real Estate Group. So thank you all so much for joining. Jamie, don't hang up. They said repeat your number, Jamie.
Oh, 678-557 0560.
All right. Okay.
Everybody get it?
Yes, I think
I
so.
can talk fast sometimes.
You know what? And I guess I can be posting while you're saying it. That's probably what Dr. Natasha's about to do. 678.
557
Uh-huh. Yep, she
zero
got it.
five six zero. Yes.
All right, perfect. Thank you, Dr. Natasha. She is the trivia
Oh,
queen too. Yes.
thanks, Keisha. we had a great time that night.
We did. We
We
did.
did.
You probably didn't realize it was me, Jamie, because my hair was short, but I was
Yes,
there.
it was. I know.
Yes.
When I saw you the next one, I'm like, oh wait, okay.
Yeah. Yeah. All right. Well, thank you all so much. Listen, I want you all to have a great, wonderful, awesome, blessed night. Why? Because
Yes.
you deserve to. Okay. Bye
Hope I have a great night. Thank you. I appreciate it.
bye.